when it comes to the world of gaming, there is a grand moment within its history. A chapter that resonates with both triumph and sorrow, where a console was released that finally bridged the gap for all arcade and casual gamers. I am of course referring to the SEGA Dreamcast, a truly iconic console that's gained even more popularity than it did in the 90s. But for us to appreciate this console from Sega, we need to take a trip back through time. All the way back in the late 90s, it was a time of technological leaps and gaming revolutions. Sega, driven by the ambition to reclaim their gaming throne, envisioned a console that would redefine the gaming experience. Enter the Dreamcast, a technological marvel that would bridge the gap between the old and the new, and had the power to turn dreams into reality. With 128-bit, it promised graphics that would rival the arcade, and would come with an innovative controller as well as online capabilities. The Dreamcast itself was setting the stage for a revolution in gaming. The launch wasn't just a release, it was an absolute spectacle. With games such as Sonic Adventure, Power Stone and Soul Calibur, all of these amazing titles showcase the Dreamcast capabilities.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
And as the Dreamcast took its place within the world of gaming, it eventually released an impressive library of games. However, there are 6 in particular that happen to be some of my personal favourites. First up, we have Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage. Playing as a swordsman known as Guts, gamers travel through a dark fantasy realm, uncovering the mysterious plot of the Mandragora. Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage brought with it the dark imagery of the manga, which of course is the stuff of nightmares. Next up, there is Jet Set Radio, or Jet Grind Radio for my American friends. This was a game that fused graffiti, music and skating into a unique urban experience. Basically, Jet Set Radio wasn't just a game, it was a work of interactive art. Players could create their own tags and implement them into Jet Set Radio, although there are some gamers who clearly had their minds in the gutter.
Oh my.
Now buckle up for a wild ride through the city streets with Crazy Taxi, a game that helped to define the arcade racing genre. Players would race against the clock while performing insane stunts and navigating through a vibrant city in pursuit of those elusive fares. Crazy Taxi for some is pure perfection, and when combined with the sounds of the Offspring, it truly provides the hectic gaming experience of the arcade. Following Crazy Taxi, there is of course House of the Dead 2, a game that brought the arcade zombie shooting experience into the living rooms of Dreamcast players. This intense gameplay, coupled with branching paths and multiple endings, added replay value to the zombie slaying experience, while keeping gamers on the edge of their seats. Just imagine the rush you'll feel taking down the undead, rescuing survivors, and making split decisions that could mean the difference between life and death.
Oh crap.
And now we have perhaps one of the most highly anticipated games within the Dreamcast library, the legendary Shenmue. Stepping into the streets of 80s Japan, Shenmue was a game that redefined the boundaries of storytelling in gaming. Playing as Ryo Hazuki, gamers are taken on a journey of revenge through a digital world that feels as real as the one we live in now. Unless of course, this is all just a simulation.
Is this real life?
And despite its flaws, Shenmue is still a great game to play, but this next title has gone down in gaming history as one of the greats. Sonic Adventure 2 wasn't just content with merely following in its predecessor's footsteps. In fact, it sprinted ahead, introducing the concept of playing from both sides. Sonic Adventure 2 wasn't just a sequel, it was an evolution of the Sonic Adventure formula, introducing multiple perspectives that blurred the lines between heroism and villainy. But anyway, despite its triumphs, dark clouds will soon loom over the Sega Dreamcast's future. Sega soon faced stiff competition from Sony's PlayStation 2. Combining all this with financial troubles led to a decision that would rock the gaming industry. In 2001, Sega made the heart-wrenching decision to step back as a console developer, leaving gamers worldwide to reflect on what could have been. In fact, I did make a what if video on the Sega Dreamcast 2, well worth a watch.
Goddamn right.
Of course, the Dreamcast story didn't completely end with its discontinuation. its influence can still be felt in some of the modern games we play today. The impact of the SEGA Dreamcast, though not as mainstream as some of its competitors, remains a cherished melody for those who experienced its magic first time round. And as we embrace the nostalgia and celebrate the Dreamcast's undying spirit, let its story serve as a reminder that some melodies are destined to linger far beyond the final note. And perhaps one day the world of gaming may be blessed with the SEGA Dreamcast too. A pipe dream, but you never know. But anyway, come back next time where I take a look at the origins of Vorador the Vampire. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next game.